while I do love this game, sometimes it just pisses me off so much, and this is going to be a showcase of how bad this game can be. Why so many people will constantly shit on Xenoverse, because sometimes it's just ridiculous, and most of the time it's not the game itself. It can be the game itself a lot of the times, because sometimes the lag is just ridiculous, but shit like this, where people will use the cheesiest, dirtiest tactics to win, is why a lot of people really hate Xenoverse. Like this guy right here, like you almost never see anyone use Jocko, so I knew something was up from the moment I saw him. Like, look at how much damage that one attack did, and then he constantly spams this Jocko's evasive, which allows him to blind me, and then he gets like cheesy stamina breaks and stuff like that, because I pretty much have to snap after the evasive. And like, look at that, like that's all of my health. Like if I hadn't popped my lemon burst, I would already be dead here. Like, it's ridiculous. And like, you can obviously tell that this dude wouldn't be able to beat me without the cheesy tactic, because of how far I come back. I don't actually win this fight, but I really should have, because he just, like, everything about this fight, everything about the way he fights is so grimy and disgusting, bro. Like, when he actually has to engage me in neutral, like, he just doesn't stand a chance. I was kind of using that Mystic Flash a lot, but that's because I was really trying to come back, and he had already cheesed me so much that I just really didn't care. And then this was pretty dirty too. Like, okay, if you're gonna pop the lemon burst, fine. Like, okay, if you're gonna pop the lemon burst, fine. But if you're gonna sit there and then do this just to get all your health back, it was so dirty. And the reason I keep trying to grab him is because I know that there's a point where you have to let the super guard go, and then activate it again. So I was trying to catch that. I didn't do as well as I wanted to, but like, you can see, like, I pretty much damn near killed him twice. So you know, like, had he not used those cheesy tactics, he definitely would not have beaten me, like, in a fair fight. And like, and it's people who use cheesy tactics like that really make people hate this game. Now, before anybody gets to complain like, oh, you already used this fight, really watch it and tell me it don't belong here. Like, completely honestly tell me that this fight don't belong here. This dude spams fake blast. He fights with the super armor on, and he's not like me where like, oh, I'll fight if you chase me down. If I forget I have it and you chase me down. Like, no, he just spams it. He came right at me, didn't try to give me no kind of break or anything like that. He was using it with the intention of being cheesy with it. And I look at him guard spam. Like, how many times do you think he hit the guard button right there? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, and like, it's shit like that. Like, and he didn't even get a perfect block. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people will be so dirty in this game that it's ridiculous, and that's what really makes people hate it. Like, I had to waste all my stamina getting out of the fake blast. And then I didn't even break his stamina or anything. He just used his limit burst just so that way he can come at me and fight me with the super armor on. Like, just pure cheese, just dirty, bro. It don't make no sense, bro. Like, if you have to play like this to win, you don't, and then you're just not good at the game. And then on top of that, like, my oh man, oh, it's just so disgusting. Like, look at that, bro. And then on top of that, my combos wasn't working online. Like, for some reason, that combo, like, it works sometimes, but like, this whole session, like, you'll see me drop that combo over and over again, and damn near every fight, if not every single fight that I had, like, that combo drops on me. And like, as you can see, like, this connection wasn't, I mean, this fight wasn't really all that laggy. It's just that combo just doesn't work online for some reason. Like, he did all that cheese and still ended up losing. So it's like, what's the point of doing all that, bro? And I get a lot of people who guard spam in this session. Like, this chest, I thought the one where I was using my female characters was bad. That's why I had that little compilation of shit that happened at the end of that one. But like, this one's just ridiculous, bro. Like, he hit the guard button 2 times after he got the perfect block. Like, look at that, bro. Like, do you really think that takes skill to do, bro? Like, that's so dirty. And then he spams the shield attack. I can't even remember what it's called right now. I don't know why I'm torturing myself watching these again, because they piss me off so much, and they pissing me off again just watching them, bro. But I eventually figured out how he moves and got around it. But like, dude, like if you gotta play like this to win, you're not good at the game. You shouldn't be playing it. Like either learn how to play or just don't do this. I don't care what you do. Just don't. Like look at him, look at him, look at him. He had all that time, all that space, all that like, and he just didn't do anything with it. And like that's how easy it is to get perfect blocks. You will very rarely see me hit the block button, and I can get perfect blocks on accident, bro. Like, you don't need to guard spam, bro. Like the people who sit there and wait on perfect blocks are bad enough, but like people who just sit there and spam the guard button, I have like absolutely no respect for how you play. That's garbage. Like I was gonna count how many times he hit the guard button, but like there's no point. There's like way too many to count. I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not gonna torture myself like that. And like all he really does is spam perfect block and then use super attack. Like that's it. That's his whole strategy. Like, there's no skill involved in that. Like even with him spamming perfect blocks, I still just completely wreck him. Like he could have capitalized on that if he wasn't, you know, spamming the perfect block button. Like bro, like that's not a way to play, bro. Like you're not playing the game, bro. You just hitting one button. You're not playing the game for real. Why is he doing that? Stop it. Get some help. This fight is in here solely because of how bad the connection is. Like we both get pretty bad connections here, but this one isn't. This one isn't here because of how he plays, but more because of just how bad the connection is. Like, this is an example of how terrible the connection is. Because like I couldn't snap there because of how bad the connection is, and then I fell out of the combo. So like, it's bad on both ends, but like it really shouldn't be like this. Like this is really neat. Like this is on the game. Like this is not on him. Like he does try and cheese me with the super god fist, but that's not really that bad because he's not really successful at it. But like this is just drop combo city, just left and right, just constantly drop combos and drop combos, drop combos. Like he doesn't even want to engage me in neutral, like in neutral combat. Like, and I don't blame him because like it just wasn't working that day. Like I don't know what it is today, but it just wasn't working at all. Like you'll see drop combos in every single fight. Like, even the ones with pretty decent connections, combos will still drop. And they really need to fix that freezer combo because it works sometimes, but like I've had more problems with the freezer combo than any other combo ever. Like at this point, I'm just so done with this laggy ass fight that I just had to finish it. Like you'll almost never see me use crazy finger shot, even though it's on that build. But that's why I have it. Like it's just when I'm completely done, when I have no more remorse. And this dude is probably no, that other dude was worse. But this one is a pretty bad example of like the perfect block spamming. Like I got so many people who just sit there and perfect block and spam and spam and spam. Like, perfect blocks is one thing. Like, they in the game for a reason. Like, that's a fine mechanic. But if you gotta sit there and hit the block button 6 times to get the perfect block, you don't deserve it. Like, you really don't. And that's abusing you. That's abusing the mechanic, bro. And if you have to abuse the mechanic to win, you just don't deserve to win. Like, look at that. Like, I was nowhere near him. Why was he hitting the block button so many times? Like, he ends up eating so much of my stamina with perfect blocks because he just stands there and spams the button. Like, look at that! Look at him! Like, he's not even blocking anything, he's just hitting the button for no fucking reason. And then I hate people who play it because you gotta be extra cautious to not fucking... Like, it's not even like you're making a mistake or anything, they just spamming the block button hoping to get something, bro. It's like fishing with a shotgun, it's not hard, bro. Like, I do kind of cheese him with the murder grenade, but like, look at that! How can I feel bad when he's doing that? When he's sitting there mashing the block button, hitting it 6 times a second. Like, bro, I don't even... Shit like this that make me hate the game, bro. Like, bro... I don't even have anything else to say, bro. Like, that's just tragic, bro. And this dude, my goodness, bro. If there was ever an attack in Xenoverse that just like press button to win, it's fucking Emperor's Death Beam. Like, just like, I've already like lost the will to continue doing this, bro. Like I already know this fight is so garbage. Like, look at me, I'm tearing him up. Like, I don't even do that much damage, and I'm dominating this fight, forcing him to use his limit break, and I still got full stamina. And he just throws out the Emperor's Death Beam, hoping to get a hit. Like, and if he had hit me, that would have done a devastating amount of damage. Something like, it would have been so hard to come back from. And because of that, because of how, I couldn't even punish it because it tracks you. It'll turn as you turn. So unless it doesn't do that for some reason, then there's no way to punish it, really. So you can just throw it out there. It's extremely low risk. It's extremely high paying. It's fast. It's one of the fastest and one of the most damaging ultimates in the game. And like, it isn't really fair. Like, I normally don't do this. Like, you will not see me do this in any other fight with the handy cannon. But I don't even feel bad, bro. Cause like, you tried to cheese me with Death Beam, bro. I mean, Emperor's Death Beam. Like, come on. So as you can clearly see, I'm dominating this fight. And he just throws out the Emperor's Death Beam like it's nothing. And like, literally, if I had Limit Burst there, I'd have been dead. And I had a full bar of health. And he just a random ultimate attack, bro. Like, random ults like that just shouldn't work. Absolutely no setup, absolutely no skill necessary. I dominated him the entire fight, and he won because he hit me with Emperor's Death Beam. Like, how is that fair? In what world is that fair? I don't even remember why this fight in here, but if it's in here for something, bro. Oh yeah, this guy just spams his... I hate the fact that they made some of the evasives 2 bars of stamina to use, because that encourages people to just spam it, bro. Especially when Super Saiyan God increases your stamina regen. Oh, this dude just nothing but knockback into key blast attacks, bro. Hey, there's no skill involved here, bro. Like, does he really think that this takes skill? Does he really think that that being able to knock someone back and then use a key blast, like does that take skill to him? Like does he think he's a good player because of this? I mean, come on, man. Like literally all of his damage has come from either a key attack or a grab. Like that's it. And he just does so much damage because he's in Super Saiyan God Blue that like there's no reason for him to do anything else. Like if he's doing that much damage, why would he do anything else? Like he just has no interest in actually fighting. He just want to spam super attacks until he wins. Look at that. No skill involved, just every time I get close, spam the evasive. It only takes 2 bars. Super Saiyan God Blue makes his stamina regenerate faster. Just knock back into key attack, knock back into key attack. And bro, like, this takes no skill. Like, and he really should not have won this fight. Really shouldn't. I don't even count this one, bro, as a loss for me, bro. Because the game literally cheated for him. They decided, oh, you're not going to play fair. We're just going to give you the win anyway. You want it that bad. Bro, watch this, bro. Not even that close. Like where? Where did he hit me, bro? This nigga didn't even hit me. He just hit the air in front of me and gets a free kill. Man, fuck this game sometime, bro. For real.